So today's all about saving data. We're talking about saving data in between game sessions when you turn the server off and be able to access that data when you turn it back on. This applies to single player and multiplayer. And what we want is persistent data. The whole thing about persistence is wanting to save data on like an outside file, like some kind of file outside the game that you can write and read. Your first option is profile namespace. The profile namespace can save real data outside the game into a file that you can see and read and write. In your documents, Arma 3, you'll see these files here. If you click on the vars one, you'll see that it's an actual file that you have client-side information saved on. That data is persistent. Problem is, if it's things like player money, it can be altered client-side. Not to mention, if you're saving server data, like locations of enemies or worldly stuff that the clients have no business having, it makes no sense to save all your mission data on the client. Unless it's single player, then the client is the server and it works. Well, if we're not using that, then what? Well, we have some options, and we're not going to talk about server namespace. So let's talk about INI DBI 2. This is an Arma 3 add-on made by Code34 back in 2015, the upgraded version to the original INI DBI. This add-on can read and write data to a .ini file inside of the add-on folder. There's lots of documentation for it on the forums. Let's save a variable using this database and then try to retrieve it. You want to start off with the new function to kind of initiate everything. And this is how we're going to define our new database. So to get the database started, you can name this whatever, new, then the database name will accept string, call the function. Next, for writing data, we're going to give it the big container, small container, then the actual data. The big container or section will be player data. The smaller container or the key will be money, and the value can be whatever we want. We're going to give it an integer value, and that's all you need to save persistent data. To find your data, we're going to go to the C drive, Program Files, Steam, Steam Apps Common, Arma 3, and make sure you click View, Show, and Show Hidden Items. You'll see this folder right here, !workshop, click on that. You're going to find INI DBI2 official extension, and in here it'll say DB. Right now this folder is empty. I've cleared it. We're going to write some data and you're going to see it pop up in this folder. Just copy this. We're going to paste it into our debug console, play in single player, open up here, and we're just going to run it locally. And right here we have our player data. We're going to click on it and we have our 10 money. Now we want to do the same thing in reverse to read the data. The function read, then big container, small container, and it will output the data. Pay attention to this. Giving a default value when you need to can help avoid errors, much like get variable. Okay, same process for reading data. We'll initialize. Big container is player data. Small container is money. It's going to output the value, and then we'll hint the value. All right, paste it here. Local execution. Up at the top right, we got 10. So it's retrieved our money value and fed it back to us in the game. That's the basics, really. You would use this to save player money, health, equipment, and more. You can save things like object positions, custom campaign progression, or use it to collect data from players on your server. So we can write files like that client side and server side. That means we can let the server handle all those pesky reading and writing tasks. You can also edit the data in real time. Just remember to save it. And if you want to reset your database, just delete it. Yeah, so that's how that works. So go save data. Bye.